Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy night to join me. I really appreciate that. It's our second video of the night, kind of a couple of hours in between, not like, unlike our traditional sort of back to four times back, you feel me, kind of a thing. But back at home, back chilling. My roommate and I got back a little while ago, and overall the night was pretty enjoyable. I enjoy spending time with my roommate. The guy's a cool dude, and we get along great. And more than just a business partner, we get to share some times where we're friends and just hanging out, and that's always the coolest thing I think about having that kind of a relationship with somebody that you essentially are, invested with in terms of owing a private person or individual a lot of money, in terms of just like what I'm trying to do and all the investments that have been very public debacles as it concerns the failure of like the food truck and stuff. There's just a lot of examples of a lot of failed, sort of endeavors. You feel me? And so this is one of our more anchor kind of investments in that, you know, making 4 videos a day. Said I'd do it, I'm doing it. And it's actually really fun. Every single time I turn these lights on, for example, in my room, the vibe just gets a little bit stronger for me. And every single time, that means a lot more to me than anything, just because I'm the kind of person that looks continuously and forevermore at new challenges. And I think if I present myself with enough of them all at once, I can keep myself occupied. And really, that's kind of the only way I feel like I can get things done. It's just going real hard when it comes time, and when it's not time, definitely doing nothing. So let's talk about one night stands. That 2 minute little sidebar or whatever, you feel me? Kind of what we do here on the channel. But I mean, what else would we be doing? You're, watching a video where some middle-aged dude continues every single day to provide you guys, with the kind of entertainment that I want to provide, right? And that's IRL streamer content. You feel me? And so, one night stands. Like earlier I talked about being a grown up, you feel me? And I think that ties well with like today's or this speech rather, in that one night stands are a part of growing up, you feel me? Like, in my opinion, because again, the old conservative side of me, right, is just like, don't be promiscuous, don't, you feel me, don't like hook up with every girl that you see or meet or that wants to hook up, but like the thing is, when you're single and you're a grown up, um life kind of throws you some interesting pitches, and it's up to you whether or not you're swinging at them, you feel me? And somebody like myself, I find is constantly swinging as it concerns my opportunities in life. And those opportunities include the pursuit of relationships with women, whether that's long term or a night, you feel me? But something that I do and that I've always tried to do is like be a gentleman as it concerns like the one night stands. And so, for example, like last night, I had mentioned on one of the videos that I had ran into a young woman named Tiffany, and she, was a really good example of what good can come in life, periodically if you don't rush it, and if you are a gentleman in that way. One night stands are kind of, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have many throughout the course of my life. And when you're younger, it's like anything else in life. It's you mature, you feel me? And it goes in stages. And for example, the kind of gentleman, that I felt like, I would have liked to embody as a young boy watching the Yankees play, religiously every single season. from about age 6 to like 12, and this was right at the pinnacle of, like arguably the best Yankee team in Yankee history, which is something to say because that particular ball club was like magical. He was like growing up with Michael Jordan, you feel me? Every generation's got their thing, and that was it. And I say that because when I was like 8 or 9, I read an article in some Sports Illustrated about how Derek Jeter was known for hooking up with ladies, but then like, you know, being really nice about it, like in that he just like didn't want a relationship. You feel me? But like he was like still trying to be like a cordial dude. And so there's all different kinds of ways you can treat one night stands, and I find that as I encounter them more as I'm older, it really does take a certain kind of maturity to be your best self. In that, I mean, I've said this publicly for a long time now. I'm definitely looking for a relationship, a healthy relationship. I mean, I had stayed far away from relationships up until a few years ago when I decided to enter into the world of relationships again with the ex from last year and the couple of years before that. And anytime that you have trouble describing the timeline of your former ex, you weren't on the same page. You know what I mean? And so it's taken a lot of growing up, honestly. And I feel like that last toxic relationship that I had, and I mean toxic as in it was truly toxic. There was no winners. You feel me? Typically, there's like a winner and a loser in a situation in of like value. You feel me? Like that often prevails, whether it's the court of law or anything at all of like that legal kind of a stature. But I feel like one night stands are an important part of learning how to carry yourself as a single person looking for a relationship, but instead encountering one night stands. And that's kind of been my thing lately is that like, as a single guy, who enjoys the company of women and so forth, you feel me? Like, yeah, I am looking, and a part of looking is trying things and figuring out what you like after you try these things, and that could definitely be different ways of embodying relationships. I've never been, and like for example, I've never been a fan of open relationships or like swingers or anything, but like I'm very pro being single and like exploring your opportunities, you know? And I feel like, again, it's something that you only know about if you're single. You feel me? Because, like, obviously, if you're with somebody, your set of core values are entirely based upon something different, And so earlier I kind of talked about how I think single people get hated on sometimes, you feel me? And, like, moreover, I had discussed earlier on in the week about how we don't elect politicians that are single, and I think that's kind of weird. But I do really appreciate life, and all of its opportunities that it continues to sort of, you know, like they land in front of me, and I'm a player of the game of life. I feel like if you don't play, you're not going to have any fun. And I don't think life would be very fun if I wasn't able to take the kinds of chances that one must take when trying to, eventually get what you want. So last night was a very fun night. You feel me? Like, I mean, it was great having that kind of company. And what's more interesting, right, is that I'm 36 years old, and being middle aged means like a couple of different things, right? It's kind of difficult, being my age and meeting people my age, because like a lot of them are in relationships or have crazy jobs, or really focused on different things. And I find myself, as always, in a different category within my peer group. And so I just am going to ride it out, and enjoy every moment. So last night, again, was a really fun night. And I'm happy that I am able to, sort of share my experiences with everybody, obviously, with their permission. As I said last night, she's totally cool. She's a sub now on the channel, so hi. I hope that you guys are having a really good night. And if you're still out and about at this time, or if you're under the age of 30 and just headed out, definitely be careful out there, you feel me? And don't drink and drive. Seriously. I hope you guys have a really good night, and thanks again for watching. I know, again, it's just this random dude in my daily exploits, you feel me? But, like, I don't know. I gotta tell y'all to just hang in there, Like, there's some real good things coming in this dude's life, you feel me? As it concerns um, just my increasing focus on really trying to build something for not just myself, but for more importantly, those people around me. It's time, and never in my life have I been more focused on giving back as it concerns my everything. And just as all everything is in life, you feel me? It's either like go in or get out, And it's tough, but that is in fact life. So to all my singles out there who, are riding vibes on one night stands and having shameless walks out the front door, I mean, yeah, like we've all been there, I think we don't all like to talk about it because oftentimes our buds have, partners and stuff, and we want to be supportive in that regard. But there's nothing wrong with being your best self, living your best life, and experiencing as many relationships and relationship setups as you want, just as long as it's all consenting and you're, good company, you feel me? I feel like you'll generate good things in your life. That's not being magical. There's nothing magic about just being a kind and decent person and hoping for the best. That's kind of what life is all about. So again, to one night stands, I salute you, and it's always fun. This middle-aged American life, I couldn't tell you. When I'm 50 years old, I'm definitely gonna, remember how interesting the ages of 21 to 50 were, because I feel like this is the middle content of everything, and it's so important. It's so important. It's like the most important part of my life. This is go time. So I hope that you guys have a really good night, and thanks again for joining me. Again, I really do appreciate that. You no idea. Seriously. Bye.